Guys, I'm back again with another video, and if you're seeing my face for the first time, hi, I'm Preena and I make videos about Ireland, different visa situations in Ireland, how you can come to Ireland and all of that interesting stuff. I was getting a lot of requests around how to navigate in Ireland and how you can start working in Ireland, what is the situation like, how you can navigate that space. I'm gonna try to put all of this information in this particular video, so be sure to watch this video till the end because there's gonna be few nuggets of information here and there. Although I'll try to squeeze in as much information I can, but if in case I leave out some of the information, I'll definitely tag all of the information in the description so that you can follow along and read and gather the information at your own pace. As you're already aware, like Europe, like any other country, Ireland also has a lot of skill shortage in IT, which is like all of the specialized skills like data science, security, cyber security, and AI, machine learning, Python, Java, and fintech jobs, jobs related to finance. They have a very good career graph in Ireland. So if you are in any one of these industries, you definitely have a good scope in Ireland. Now the way it works is basically anytime you apply for a job, the companies who are looking for candidates outside of Ireland, they will have to sponsor your work permit to come here and start working. Now, what is a work permit? A work permit is nothing but a document that allows you to work here in Ireland as a foreign national. Now, normally these work permits are divided into two categories, which is the general work permit and the critical skills work permit. Make sure that you fall under the critical skills work permit because it makes your life way easier, and I'm going to be telling you why that is so in the next part of the vlog, but or next part of this series. But make sure you fall under that category, and once you have established that you fall under critical skills work permit, you can definitely then start applying for jobs that provide work permit. Now, why it is important to find an employer that sponsors your work permit is because there is a cost associated with applying for a work permit. It is well and good if you can sponsor yourself, but many a times it's better to find an employer that can support your work permit because it makes things more easier, quicker, and the time frame for processing of work permits also becomes easier when your employer falls under the trusted partner category. Now, this is another buzzword that I've just thrown in without explaining, but you don't need to know a lot of all of these things in detail. What is important is your employer should be able to support you. If in case that's not the case, then you can also have different exceptions where you can at least grab an opportunity and apply to your own work permit. This is also possible because most of the time people don't generally share this information out loud, that you can support yourself and sponsor your own work permit. But this is a very good possibility if there is a little bit of resistance or hesitance and you make the cut. You have all the skills, and only because of your visa situation you don't get an opportunity here in Ireland, you can definitely ask the employer that if you are willing to sponsor yourself, would they be in a position to offer you an offer letter. And that is the case that often a lot of people do because the market is getting really tough, and there are situations where this might happen. So this is also one of the possibilities. Now, once you get your work permit started, the processing time usually takes for a trusted partner, as I mentioned before, 3 to 4 weeks. And in the second situation where you're sponsoring your visa or the company doesn't fall in the trusted partner category, it might take 6 to 8 weeks. In the work permit, there are only general documents that are needed, one of which is like your offer letter, and then there are certain documentations that are needed from your company, which either you can ask your employer to provide you if you're filling it out yourself, or the employer would be able to take all the documents needed from your end to support your application. It's a very straightforward sort of application, and it shouldn't take you more than a week to fill out all of the information needed. I'm going to go into the details of what the documentation process looks like in another video where I talk about work permit, but this is a very straightforward process. Once you've established and gotten your work permit, you need to apply for your work visa, which requires your work permit and all of the other documents, as in like where you're going to be staying in Ireland, your employer proof, and general your documents supporting yourself, and especially your valid documentation as per your your current situation, current nationality, and documents supporting that. Now once you get your visa, you are free to work in Ireland, and that starts off your journey to start working in Ireland. Now why I mentioned about the critical skills was because of critical skills work permit, you need to only work on that visa for which is stamp 1 in that situation for 2 years with the company. And once you are done, which is like approximately 20 months, you are required to work on that work permit. And once you are completing your 2-year mark or 20 months mark on that work permit, you're allowed to change your visa situation, which is you can apply for a stamp 4. Now with the stamp 4, you can definitely switch jobs easily. You don't have any restriction to work with the same employer, and that makes life much more easier. And that's why I was putting a lot of emphasis on why you need to check whether your role fits into the critical skills work permit. Now if it doesn't fall, then you'll fall into the general work permit, and which is not as flexible as critical skills work permit, and you'll have to be employed with the same or work on the same work permit for 5 years in order to be able to change your stamp. And that is all about the work permit, the visa, the documentation, and all of that stuff. Now if you have any other questions, or if you need me to make another video regarding any of this information, do let me know. I know this is a lot of information, but I'm trying to squeeze in all of the information as I can. There is a wide resource pool of information, and I know this can be tricky, but I'll try to squeeze in all of the information in my description, so be sure to read my description for all of the resources. And also comment down below what you want me to make videos about next. I hope I can provide as much information I can about Ireland, and this would be helpful. And if you do support me, and if you want to see more of these videos, please subscribe to my channel and make sure to follow along this journey. I know this is gonna be helpful because I'm putting a lot of heart and soul into this aspect of video creation, and I'm trying my best to empower as many of you. So please do support this channel and spread the word and spread the information about this channel. Bye bye, take care, sayonara.